I'm your co-ghost Anthony,
And I'm your co-ghost Kaylee.
and this is Two Ghosts Review, Daredevil Born Again. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Two Ghosts Review. Today we're going to be reviewing Daredevil Born Again, episodes 1 through 3. The day that this is releasing, this episode is releasing, episode 4 will have already aired, so we're just doing 1 through 3 in this episode, and then the next episode we'll do 4 through 6, and then 7 through 9. But it's a little offset just because of our scheduling here. But let's go over our poll from...
Oh yeah, what was the question so I can tell people if they were right or wrong?
Alright, the question was, what piece of tech would you take into a fight with you?
With against who?
It just any kind of battle.
I thought you were saying if people had to fight me, what would they bring?
No,
The way you said that.
What piece of tech would you take with you? It is kind of
the Iron
kind
Man
of vague.
suit?
But no, there's two options. Red Wing.
Oh God.
Or the Green Goblin glider.
Red Wing.
Yes, that was the winner. Red Wing, 100%.
Would you
and I
rather
agree.
fly or have a drone that can take people out and do other things?
I mean, yeah, the Green Goblin glider, it can be used like...
You don't know if Red Wing can pick people up. You don't know what kind of pull that thing has. You might be able to... Red Wing could lift you up. You don't know.
I don't think Red Wing can.
You don't put limitations on Red Wing.
The glider can. The glider can also be used like
to kill people?
separate from just riding it.
To horrifically kill your aunt?
My goodness.
Well, that's what it can be used for.
Yes, it can be used for that. But yeah, I agree with Red Wing because it's a little more autonomous. I feel like it has like AI in it somewhat.
Yeah, it's called Stark Tech upgrades, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet.
Blanket term.
Just Stark Tech in general. But yeah, I agree. Red Wing. Definitely the winner of that. All right, so let's start with Daredevil Born Again. Let's jump on into this. First episode. I have the episode names this time because I didn't have them last time on the Spider-Man thing, and I felt bad for that. So I've got them this time. Episode 1 is Heaven's Half Hour. And we start off with a celebration of... I'm guessing... I think he was the police chief, Cherry. I didn't quite catch what he was. I don't think he's the commissioner. I know we got the commissioner later in the show, but I'm just rolling with police chief right now. So his retirement at Josie's bar, which
means nothing to me.
Yeah. Kaylee has not watched seasons 1 through 3 of the original Daredevil.
It's boring. It's slow. And I don't like courtroom. So pretty much knocks me out of that. Yeah.
Now, to be fair, seasons 1 through 3 of Daredevil, it took me a couple tries to actually get all the way through it. But I mean, I think it's great. It's just the like the dialogue stuff is just
The
way too
slowness?
it's way too long. Yeah, like they have like just conversations drag on, and that's the part that like gets kind of boring. It's just like you're just listening to people talk a lot and there's not as much action as you could have in it. But I do enjoy the show. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Kaylee hasn't seen all of that.
I haven't
I
seen
have.
more than like maybe 45 minutes.
I feel like you've seen more of that,
Well,
more
I
than
blacked
that.
it out. It was unpleasant.
All right, well, elaborate.
I don't have the capacity to put myself through courtroom drama.
It's not a like tons of courtroom drama.
And as I got on about somehow, oh, because Daredevil was in the Spider-Man show, like he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, when they show his flashback and he's like, oh, laying in the street, right? That's him. His dad was like a fighter or something.
You mean as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't see anything. I've got these chemicals in my eyes. Like, just
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
it was just very network television. Obviously, this is a first season.
It's Netflix. Yeah, it was a Netflix first season
Okay.
of a.
But it felt like it was on the CW. It felt like lower quality than like Arrow.
No, I don't
That's
agree
my
with that.
perception.
Yeah.
And I cannot do it.
The where I see like the lower budget that I associate with CW, because the CW shows are pretty low budget, it seems like. Where I see it having that low budget is where they like have so much dialogue, because it's like they're not, that doesn't cost much, to make like just two people talking. That's where I see where like they maybe cheaped out a little bit, but it's filmed great. Like I think it looks really good.
I can't get into it. It's just not my thing. And I'd say I'm trying to think of what I've seen of Daredevil, and the only thing that I can remember is that Defenders thing that you watched.
That was not as good.
I
That
thought
was
that was better, maybe because things were actually happening.
maybe, yeah, that
There was
it
no
did kind of
courtroom.
speed up, have like force it to speed it up because it
Listen,
was only six
yeah, I
episodes or
don't want to
something.
watch Karen's nose run. I don't want to watch Foggy decide he's gonna slim down and cut his hair and be a mayor or whatever he decides to do with himself. I don't want to look at him. He's really
I don't want to look at
I don't want to see him.
Dang.
He looks like someone who needs legal representation. He looks like a haggard, drunk, sallow person.
I mean, he does drink a lot.
Like,
That's why Josie's Bar is
Ro-
a significant location.
I don't know this. I don't. I am so. It's so flat and low and boring to me. And it's funny because I am so fixated on the character of Wilson Fisk. And
Yeah.
somehow that character comes out of this, like, really low street level, like, dredging around. And then you get that character, and I think he's so funny. Like, he feels more developed than the rest of these guys.
Bro, he's
And I just haven't
yeah,
watched...
he's in like every season.
Oh, he's in... Whoa. A miracle. He made it in 3 seasons?
Well, season 2 he was barely in it, but he was in it.
I think that character feels more of a Marvel street level feel than these other guys. I don't know. This to me, the perception, it literally feels like it's just part of the Arrowverse or something.
I think I think I get a little bit of what you're saying, like how some of the characters feel a little flat, as in like superheroes.
Like they were just trying to put like some like sexual content in there, and like that weird old man who's like, I raised you guys and manipulated everyone, and
Stick.
I'm
Yeah.
blind. And
Well, what I was gonna say is that I feel like the suits are
yeah,
kind of,
suit quality as well.
well, I think like Daredevil's suit is great. It's just like
This
like the villains and whatnot. They don't give them like good like poppy suits. Kind of like how Marvel, like you see that suit and it's like you see all the colors and like it stands out
you're
kind of.
not gonna spend money on someone who's not gonna be around because this is just a little TV show and it doesn't matter as much.
Well, they stick around for multiple seasons, but like what I'm getting at is like with Daredevil in the original series, he wears a lot of the time he's wearing this like black suit that's not even a suit, and I know people love it. People love that black suit, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. I rather him wear like his actual Daredevil suit, but I think it kind of like blands him a little bit. Like doesn't make him really look like a superhero.
I literally can't
So
even imagine what outfit you're talking about.
he's just got like a black thing like
His little Ninja
over the
Turtle
top.
mask.
Yeah,
His little
sure.
Ninja Turtle do-rag.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean like he doesn't even have a suit. He's just like got black on.
Well, because if you covered this much of your face, obviously no one's gonna guess it's you, especially if you're blind and you can hear a spider's heart across the alley.
A lot of superheroes have that problem, okay?
Well, not all of them can hear spiders' hearts across alleys.
That's true.
Um,
All right, let's continue with this first episode. So we got the whole gang back together.
Noses aren't running yet.
Not yet, but like it's starting to turn a little bit red.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, probably because she's drinking. Karen's drinking a little
Don't egg
bit.
me on.
So we got Karen, Foggy, and Matt at Josie's bar, celebrating Cherry's thing. What was I gonna say? We can get into, well, we can talk about it a little bit here. Time wise, it's a little confusing where this lands. I mean, if we're putting it in like modern day MCU, I think it was something like we're getting into 2027 almost.
Am I crazy? Or do I slightly remember them saying something about the Sokovia Accords on the news? I'm probably just hallucinating it to try
I don't
and
think so. It might have
add
just
something for
been.
myself.
It might have been your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man
Oh,
that you're mixing with it.
wishful thinking, yeah.
But yeah, this is a year prior to like the rest of the show, where the rest of the show is set.
Yeah, you get the title card.
Yeah, so
that you know he's dead for sure.
Yeah. But
That's what
anyway,
they're trying to establish.
Yeah. So Foggy takes a call. He's got a client that he's stashed at his house. And
Rookie move.
This client is scared. And it sounds like he gets attacked. And then Matt, I did like this shot where they're in the bar and
they use the sunspot.
It's just like field of vision, I guess is what I'd assume is what it's called. But it's like it kind of like goes out, like you can see the bar, like all the people talking and everything, and it's like wide, and then it like kind of like goes off and like zeroes in out the window at and like fuzzes everything.
I'm not familiar with the style of however they are showing Matt's abilities because apparently they're very selective. But I saw a reel or something on Instagram. They had a little dot show up, like a flare, a little yellowish
Flare,
circle
yeah.
on the screen that was on his ear, and it like as the shot moved, it moved to the phone against
Huh.
his ear outside. Like I noticed it on my own while we were watching it too.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with how they show his abilities. I didn't watch the whole Netflix show, but apparently that's new,
Yeah, that they haven't done something like
which is
that, yeah.
helpful because yeah, what am I just oh, he's just sitting there and he hears it outside like yeah, cinematically you can show that. You can demonstrate the it's like when they show Peter's arm hair raise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Show someone's abilities, especially if there's something as ridiculous as,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and that's a great way to do it. It's being creative with your cameras and like showing this ability. But yeah, like zeroes in on Foggy way out the window, and then you can hear him talking. Um, so Matt kind of knows what's going on and goes to help his client. And I thought this was actually kind of bad, honestly. Which I'm disappointed.
Well, wasn't
Um,
this all added in?
no, what I didn't like was how Daredevil looked when he came, like the shot of him coming up the fire escape using his grappling batons things. What are they? I'm just gonna call them batons for now. But it looked like bad CGI is what it looked like. And I was like, wow, you okay, Disney, you did Daredevil dirty, making it look like that. But like I like the idea of them. Like we didn't really see in the original show him use the the grappling batons to like swing a lot, which he does do in like comics and stuff. But
I have no memory of what you're talking about.
like when he comes in, he
He's doing Spider-Man stuff?
he's like swinging. Yeah, he was swinging through like the city a little bit here and there at the beginning. And
It really stresses me out, like the rules around his blindness. How does he? If you're telling me he's essentially flipping around like Spider-Man, he's swinging himself blindly through the air.
yeah,
What part of his ability helps him find where that's supposed to connect?
the city.
No,
The
that's
sounds of the city.
no.
He
The,
knows the city.
no,
It's Hell's Kitchen.
no.
He knows the
That's
area.
not valid.
All
He
right.
knows every ladder, every piece of metal.
He can sense it.
Every crevice. How? That's not real.
A raindrop on the ladder.
No.
Ding.
He's not using echolocation. Like he should be like, I don't know, making sounds like a bat or something. Then he can get feedback of like the architecture. It's just like so
So
dumb.
he should be going.
I had to ask you multiple times if he was 100% blind or like extremely visually impaired. Because
Yeah.
it's just not right. And then sometimes he's like, I'm just going to let this happen to me. And other times he's like, yeah, I know where you are. 700 feet away from me, and you haven't made any sound just by the
Heartbeat.
bead of sweat rolling down behind your ear.
He really tracks through heartbeat. Mostly.
I can hear your heartbeat.
in the original show, he had trouble with like fighting other uh, the Hand, basically the group the Hand. He had trouble fighting them because they were able to slow their heartbeats down so much that like
Okay, Bruce Banner.
he couldn't pick up on them and he couldn't like find where they were, so they were like getting the upper hand on him.
I know you by the sound of your heartbeat. Like, how does he not accidentally attack like a scared bystander? I'm listening for an elevated heartbeat. I know the difference between a fear heartbeat and an exerted heartbeat. I
Well,
can hear your
other
heartbeat.
things probably.
I know your social security number because I can hear your heartbeat. Like
I can hear your social security number.
Like, it's ridiculous. A little too far-fetched for me. I understand it's fantasy.
It's fantasy. Yeah.
But I can't buy it. I need my fantasy grounded in reality. That's why Marvel works for me.
Well, good news. This is Marvel.
Well, this is not Marvel.
Yes, it is.
No, I need more explanation. It can't just be because.
I mean, they show it all the time.
They show it all the time.
Like him hearing this,
I
hearing that.
Has he taken this route before? Did he fall a bunch the first time?
He's probably, that's what I was saying, is like, I mean, he can sense his stuff around him, but he lives in Hell's Kitchen. He's been operating there for like a long time, so he probably has it all laid out pretty well.
I have the schematics of the city in my head. I know where every nut, bolt, screw,
at least
bar.
Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
I don't believe that's a bunch of bull. That's impossible. And he knows that there's not a little bit of water or oil right there. Like, he's going to be able to latch on. It's so stupid. That's not real. I know it's not real, but like...
He can hear the frequency of oil.
I don't want to... I don't like Daredevil because it's not... He's
just too cool, right?
No!
That's why you...
There's too much bull involved with Daredevil's abilities. You can be blind, sure. Your senses can be elevated, sure. But can you go flying through the sky, racing to your destination? You're completely blind. And you're just gonna make it there?
Yeah, he's got it down.
No. Let's move on.
His other senses are extremely elevated.
I don't like it.
Superhumanly elevated. Anyway.
No.
Oh man, where were we? Okay. So yeah, he gets to this location.
He makes it to point B somehow. He can see while he does that.
He gets there. It looks bad when he comes up.
Does it look bad?
Yeah, it looks bad.
I thought you were saying when he got there, the scene he arrived upon looked bad.
No.
Like he saw it and he was like, wow, this looks bad.
Him getting up on the fire escape looked
well, not as bad as the logic behind how this was gonna work.
Yeah, we've established that looked bad. When he gets there though, he's still kind of like listening. He hears what's going on back with Foggy, and Bullseye comes out and shoots Foggy in the chest, which I did not see coming right off the bat like that. Especially after they were like, we got Foggy and Karen back for the new show, and then all of a sudden, bam!
My question is, why did literally everybody got shot except for her? Why?
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously there's more to this intro thing, but what I wanted to touch on here is I personally don't think he's dead. Because one of the reasons being because they glossed over it so fast. And there was a lot of things like that was like, why didn't they like go deeper on that. Like why did he just leave Karen like
Just
that?
because.
No, no,
No, just
no.
because. Just like he can fly across the city, just because. Because.
It's nowhere near the same thing.
The whole show is founded upon just being able to gloss over things like that. So why not? Let's do it to the plot too. Just because.
Anyway, that's one of the things that was makes me think that Foggy isn't dead yet. Like actually dead, but to fill out the rest of this opening deal before the credits, um, Bullseye, yeah, like just bypasses. Uh, God, what's her name? Karen, and that's when we get Daredevil swinging in to attack Bullseye, which Bullseye actually had a suit now. He never had a suit before, which I thought was interesting and kind of like made it more like we were talking about earlier, like it made his character more like pop a little bit more. Um
I
and
still got
not
them mixed up when they were fighting in the restaurant, so it didn't
that
make a
that too.
difference visually to
That's
me.
what I wanted to complain about as well, is like they tried to do like a really cool like they did in the original show, like the long fights, one shot fights, like hallway fights and stuff like that. They tried to do it here, but like it was so dark and choreography was not. I don't think it was handled as well, and like I kept like mixing up who was where and what was going on because of that. So like my big two complaints about this opening thing was that the like motion of Daredevil and this fight was not up to snuff. I like the whole events that are happening, but it needed some tweaking in like the fight and CGI or whatever they used for that. But once they get to the top of the building, they fight their way to the top of the building, and Matt hears Foggy's heart stop, and then another like just I mean it's not super surprising, but kind of surprising. Him just like throwing Bullseye off the off the building, and he did
Which
it,
he doesn't die from.
which he doesn't die from. Yeah, but it was a good scare for. I think that was kind of the point. It was a good scare for Matt because it made him stop. But like, because like he thought he killed him, and he was like, that got me too close, kind of to the edge of taking life, kind of thing. But yeah, that was kind of like shocking, and then all of a sudden, like Bullseye kind of started to move and on the ground like he was alive. So we also get Cherry finding out that Matt is Daredevil on the top of the roof there.
Which again, I complain. You're just gonna not notice someone walking up on you with your mask off, and you've got
At that
the
point, I don't think he
ability.
cared. Like he was so angry. I mean, like his Foggy died.
He's never gotten upset before.
Foggy died though.
Okay, other
Like
people have been killed.
that's his best friend,
Well,
his partner.
be responsible. You're involving other people by becoming revealed, but whatever, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well. So that's that, and so the Foggy thing. Other reasons why I don't think he's dead. Um, so I forgot who it was, if it was the director or whoever show running the show or something like that. They said that they confirmed that Foggy and Karen will be in the next season.
You don't know that it can be
But
like flashbacks.
yeah, that's what I thought at first because that came out before the show aired. So I I mean, when I saw this, I was just kind of like expecting, yeah, it might just be flashbacks, but also the little number on the building that everybody's seen that is referencing the comic book where Foggy fakes his death
How could he have
is,
planned that?
I don't know. I've never read the thing. I think it's similar to what's happening here as well.
He
So
literally laid on the ground and his heart stopped.
yeah, but it's also
Was he Nick Fury?
the
Like,
thing. The thing is also in the Daredevil show, bringing people back to life is a thing because
true.
from the hand, like they were, that was like their thing, that they were a group of people that have lived for a long time because they're able to like bring themselves back. So like it's, they kind of like destroyed the ability to do that, but it's like still, you know, probably a possibility in some way that it could happen. Um, but yeah, really throwing that number of the comic book kind of like swayed me over to the other side, and like, well, I don't think that they would. I mean, they, it was a big deal bringing back the original cast. Like, I think I think he'll be fine, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Anyway, we get the opening credit thing intro. Um, which what did you think of the intro?
Um, I didn't really care about it. I'd say the only thing that I thought was weird is that like it's just a visual or whatever, but why was he crumbled?
Well, I think it plays to the like the name of the show and what we're jumping into next after this part of the show is like Daredevil Born Again. It's like it's all crumbled, but it's coming back together, kind of thing.
I don't really have an opinion on the intro. I didn't. I can't tell you what the other one looked like. I don't know.
Yeah. The other one, I like this one because of that, because it like it does seem like it's supposed to be like the story of him coming back. Um, but
Compared to the intros of the other Disney Plus shows, this has like the least effort.
I'm trying to remember the intros to Loki. That's just a name with letters flashing. What's some other one? WandaVision obviously had the most effort into intros because there's a different
Maybe
intro every
that's just
time.
the only thing I'm thinking of because that's the only one.
Yeah, I can't think of any of the other ones. But yeah, this one is similar to the other one, the other Daredevil intro. I just didn't. It's growing on me now. Every time I watch an episode, I like it more and more. But the music in the original one, I like it better because it's just like it's more profound. I don't know what the word for that, like it's more, not profound, like it's clearer, if that makes sense. Like it's simpler maybe, like, which makes it more like catchy. This one's kind of got like just like muddled kind of sound at the beginning, and then you get that like theme from the original towards the end of it. So like it's all right, but I like the original better. Um This intro also made me think of the Age of Ultron. And
No.
yeah, well, it's just all stone. That's why it made me think of that. So then we get the 1 year later card, and Matt in his new apartment.
Which also happens to have the same windows.
I think that it was just I noticed that too, but I think it's just that he got another apartment for cheap because of the.
There's that many.
It's probably not that many, but like they're probably cheap. Like he said in the original, they're cheaper.
Why did he move? Did he move in the other show, or this is just convenience because it's a new show and they don't have that set?
It's just convenience, I think. He didn't move in the original one, I don't think. Because I've never seen this apartment before. Um, but yeah, as he's going out, he takes this little picture of Foggy with him from whatever, like the
funeral.
funeral
Remembrance card.
Yeah, the remembrance card. Yeah, he's got that on him. Um, then we get some of your favorite characters. We get Vanessa.
I don't like Vanessa. I just don't want to be embarrassed in front of Vanessa.
Got it. Well, she's having meetings with I'm assuming different gangs or whoever, but she's basically taken over Fisk's operation.
She took everything he built. She just took it from him.
When I was a boy.
Well, she's gonna suffer, okay?
Vanessa. Yes. So Fisk and Vanessa are like they're married, but they're not really like together. Because of his time away, which I'm assuming is his time in prison.
I'm confused about his timeline.
Yeah, me too. I think they could have done better in clearing all this up in this show, which they still might do. I don't know, but so far they haven't. But the end of season 3 of Daredevil, he was going back to prison. When we see him next, he's like the head of the tracksuits.
Yeah.
In Hawkeye. And then, we have the stuff with Maya. He gets shot. And
Maya.
Yeah. And then he tries to train someone or whatever he says in this for a while, which is Maya. But yeah, like why I don't understand the more of the
when I was away. Where were you? Were
away.
you visiting Maya?
It's like he like.
Well, he said recovering later too. When I was recovering.
Yeah, when he was recovering, but that's not that long of a time, I don't think.
What, when you were getting used to only having one eye? Like, what else were you recovering from?
Well, I think that's also part of it is like he didn't need that, and that's why she's angry. Kind of like he didn't need to be away for so much. I mean, if it's over, it might have been over a year, which could be long enough for her to do all that. I'm just more. I guess that could make sense if he was away, he kind of just ignored the business after he got shot.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem like him, though.
It doesn't seem like him, no. But like it makes sense as to he was trying to get Maya under his wing afterwards and not really paying attention to the rest of the business. But my big thing is what happened with him going to prison and like how did he get out? Because he had been to prison before. It seemed like it was like a big deal that he was going back and like it was going to be difficult for him to get out, kind of thing.
Well, apparently
But
not.
like now he's able to just be mayor. Like there's something in
Wilson Fisk
between.
can be the mayor. The Winter Soldier can be
A
a
congressman.
congressman.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
Harrison Ford can be the president. Red Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah. What did Harrison Ford do?
Harrison Ford. Where do we start?
um. So yeah, I have a little bit of complaints with that, but I'm hoping to get more answers later on. We do get the little while he's talking to Vanessa here, he mentions that he's got his enough signatures for, I'm assuming, running for mayor. Then we get our first little street reporter deal,
Yeah.
which are like littered throughout the episodes, which I'm starting to get annoyed with by episode 3.
Well, I never really liked it.
I didn't love it, but it's like now I'm annoyed with it. Kind of like there's like no, unless they're hiding little Easter eggs.
It doesn't really fit with the tone. Like if
Yeah,
this
yeah.
would be something that like Stan Lee would pop up in.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like overdone.
They're like, what angry.
Yeah.
I hope Fisk does something.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed with it. It was interesting at the beginning here because we knew or we learned that it's BB Urich, who is the niece of Ben Urich from the original series. So that's kind of interesting that that they're keeping that character's lineage, I guess, alive and in the same realm of reporting. And then we get to see Matt's new firm, which is like really nice compared to every other place that he had.
So he just started a firm with the girl that Foggy was trying to
Kirsten, yeah.
chat up for 2 minutes before he got shot.
Yep.
Who's completely random and new and just happened to be a lawyer.
Yep.
Okay, convenient.
I mean, they do meet, other lawyers and whatnot, but like the Cherry, Kirsten, Matt thing is like, this feels like the remnants of the original script that they went with. Like they rewrote the Daredevil show, and because like Foggy wasn't in it originally, Karen wasn't in it originally. It's like I feel like these first 3 episodes, excluding the beginning of the first episode, is like a more original script, because it's like they kind of like forced in these new friend group for him.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. The rest of the season plays out.
My initial thoughts was everything before the title card, whatever we want to call it. They were like, "Oh, quick, we got them. Throw this in there."
Yeah, yeah.
Give her one more scene where she's mad.
Yeah.
Now we won't use them for a while. Get back to what we originally had.
It feels like they're like trying to use some of the footage, or because like I think they filmed a bunch of stuff, so it's like they're trying to use up a bunch of that footage before they had a reshoot or something.
Isn't that
like
wild? How much money they can waste? How are you gonna start filming something when you're not sure you're done messing with it?
I don't know. I mean, I think they filmed some of it before Kevin. I think it was Kevin Feige. He saw the script and he was like, "No, we're reshooting this. We're rewriting it. We're getting new writers."
Get Kevin on it.
Yeah, because what he was upset with was uh, Daredevil didn't even get his suit until like a later episode. So the suit, Kevin Feige didn't like that Daredevil or Matt didn't get to wear his suit till like the end of the show or something in the original script. But yeah, so we get to see Kirsten in the new firm. And we also get Poindexter's trial, Bullseye's trial, where he gets 11 life sentences. Um, I still feel like there's more there. Like, why did he just randomly go after Foggy, kind of? And like, I also feel like I didn't understand or we didn't get all the information of like why it sounded like Benny was getting attacked, the client was getting attacked, and then like Bullseye was over there, and then like I don't know. It felt like they're like it feels like it's like we're gonna learn more about it later.
Are you sure
But
that like it wasn't a setup to get Matt away?
I mean, probably, but I don't know. It feels like we didn't get to see like what Bullseye's motivation. I mean, we kind of get it from season 3, I guess. Like he's angry, but like I don't know. It felt like stuff was like lacking. Like we were just like
Mm.
there should have been more to explain it. But after the trial, Karen shows up for the trial, and she's actually living in San Francisco now, so as far as away as she can be from New York in the U.S. And she talks about how Matt pushed her away after Foggy's death. Um, and Matt says that he made a promise to himself to let the police handle um, the criminal activity in the city and the crime and everything. Which I think you brought this up. But you haven't seen much of Daredevil, but you got this at least. Is that this is kind of repetitive of him not having the mask, like not being Daredevil,
I feel like
and
I've
then
seen
going
him
back and being
decide that he's
Daredevil.
done more times than I've actually seen him do anything.
Yeah, like he went back and forth at least a couple times in the original show, and so like doing this again, it does feel repetitive.
It should just give you the
It
nice
feels
homey feel that you're looking for.
yeah, it feels warranted because it's Foggy, but like it's also like a repetitive thing for Matt to do, and
Does
so
anyone ever call him on it?
I don't think so.
You said that last time, Matt.
Yeah,
My nose is running.
that's not dripping. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it does feel repetitive. Then we get a little bit of Fisk, running for mayor, and he's doing well.
Matt's disgusted.
Uh, Kirsten sets Matt up on a surprise date.
Which is another part I hate
Ooh.
about Daredevil is they're always trying to put some like romantical stuff in there.
It's character accurate.
Yeah, like when he slept with She-Hulk.
Yes, it's character accurate. He's been with a lot of women and a lot of superhero heroines, including Black Widow, for a long
No.
stretch, actually.
No.
Longer than normal for him.
No. Well.
Um, yes, and then this is where we get Matt talking to Fisk in the diner. Um, they actually reused the set. Like this diner was used in the original show as well for him when he talked to Elektra. I think it was season 2 or something. But I liked this conversation because they like started off like friendly, like they haven't seen each other in a long time. And it was like kind of like good to catch up, even though they like hate each other. But I liked how it started kind of friendly, and they were like kind of joking back and forth a little bit. They're kind of like happy to see each other, kind of at the beginning, or not happy, but like they're enjoying each other's company
At least
and
you're
like
not.
laughing a little bit.
At least you're not Vanessa, and you're not mad at me.
Yeah, but like they both hate each other still, but it's like they're yeah. And then the conversation keeps going, and we get Matt eventually threatening Fisk that he will come back as Daredevil if Fisk steps out of line as mayor.
Okay, complaint here is that Fisk was like yelling everything. Like basically, if anyone was
Give me a
like,
demonstration. You know you want to do one.
he's basically like, Matthew, I know you are Daredevil. If you'd return to your I don't even know what it would call your spirited acts of so-called heroism, I will put you in prison. Like, if anyone was, like, slightly disinterested in their food, they would know.
Looks
He's
over
like-
their shoulder slowly.
Yeah. I know what you are, Matthew.
And I agree with that. I can't defend that. Like that's he was towards the end of that conversation, like talking a little bit
Like,
too loud. I
That's
think.
who he is, but Matt wasn't like, hey, can you be quiet?
Yeah, and I didn't. There weren't like it didn't seem like there was a lot of people like around them. Like they were like far over there, but still he was like talking maybe a little too loud.
His voice carries.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you there. But yeah, Fisk says he will remove all vigilantes. Then Matt goes on a second date with Heather is her name, which is a better date. Fisk officially becomes mayor at the end of this episode, and Vanessa, they're like talking on the roof, and she like, I think she says something like don't hurt or kill Adam, which I'm assuming is her new man or her man on the side or something.
That's gonna go well.
Yeah, they're gonna need some therapy for that. So yeah, that sucks for Fisk.
I think it's
the love
funny
of his
that
life.
she calls him Wilson.
Wilson, please don't hurt my new boyfriend. But Fisk doesn't do that no more. Apparently,
Right.
yet he has like bloody knuckles all the time. What's up with that?
Foreshadowing, dear.
All right, episode 2, optics. So we get Fisk getting his eye touched up, which isn't. We talked about this. It's not as like glaring as it should be.
If you get shot in the eye, standing that close to someone, and you somehow don't die, and we went through the act of getting you shot in the face and making it like a cliffhanger-esque ending, do not make it a little hairline, little
Yeah,
scar. It needs to be. I'm not saying he needs to be Two-Face, but he needs to look like he got shot in the side of the face a little bit ago.
this is TV. This is superheroes. This is comic booky. Make it. You can make it a little exaggerated. Like it's not over the top. You don't have to go over the top, but like that is way too faint. Like I have to like lean towards the TV to even like see the little scars that he has near his eye. And
They're
yeah,
like wrinkles.
yeah, they look basically, yeah, they look like wrinkles. Like they just need to like darken it kind of,
Make
or
him
like
red,
something.
irritated,
Yeah, like do something with it. But
purpley.
um,
Cause like he doesn't have an eye anymore, right? His eye's
no,
bald,
no,
or did
no,
he
he
get
didn't get
grazed?
shot. He got it like hit like the side of his face, I think. Like that kind
Yeah,
of.
so he needs to have a larger skin issue.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Um, Fisk. Okay, so he's become mayor and he gives speech on New Year's. So I'm assuming this is the 26 to 27 New Year's.
Happy New Year.
New York.
This city is going to have a new year.
Great things will happen this new year.
My favorite part, I think, is the ending of the first episode when he was like staring at him. It was ridiculous.
What?
Daredevil was staring at Fisk, and like Fisk was up on the top of a building,
Oh yeah, he
and
was down on the street.
yeah, they were like staring at each other, like I hate you so much. But it was like so exaggerated that like you almost thought they were going to be in love by the end. Like,
And then they kiss.
yeah, like why you got?
I wouldn't be surprised by the end of all of these shows. They kissed. The tension is insane.
Matthew,
I I love you.
Vanessa was just something on the side. Matthew, it's always
Something to
been you.
keep me going.
Yeah. When I was a boy,
Okay.
my father,
You know it's getting serious when I was a boy comes out.
my father told me that boys did not like other boys like that.
Oh, it's been a gay love story in hiding this entire time. No.
Let some people tell it.
Yeah. So yeah, in this New Year's speech, he kind of goes after the vigilantes of New York, referencing Daredevil, Spider-Man, and the Punisher. Which I like that he at least mentioned Spider-Man.
He's allowed to say that now. Hurry,
Yeah.
throw it in there as soon as you can.
He can say it, but we can never see him in the show. So I mean,
Can you see the suit, or is it Tom Holland?
I don't know. I'd assume that you could see not necessarily someone in the suit, but like if the suit was like lying around or something.
Why would the suit be lying around?
I don't know, but like I don't think they can show anybody in the suit because then you're automatically like making it Peter Parker.
Can the suit be pictured in the newspaper? Could there be
I'd assume so.
pictures of Spider-Man?
Yeah, we do need J. Jonah Jameson back.
He's around.
Yeah, we need him. We need him to.
He built his empire in like a week.
Yes, he did. Now, where is it now? Need an update.
He's on TikTok.
He's on. He's moved over to TikTok. And then this kind of starts the Hector arc, the White Tiger, White Tiger arc. So
Boring.
we have, huh?
Boring.
I kind of liked it.
No, now it's courtroom.
It's not courtroom yet.
But it is.
Um, yeah, so we have Hector come down to the subway platform and see two guys beating up on another guy, and he steps in
Yeah,
and
this was really confusing to me.
I this was all right to me.
Why was the guy getting arrested? Like, what, why did that police officer get in front of the train or whatever? Like, the whole thing. I don't know. Just something about it. I was like, what just happened and why does it, like, yeah, all of a sudden he was getting arrested. Like, I didn't realize they were police officers and
that
it
was the
threw me
point.
off.
That was the point.
Well, I didn't understand that they
Like
were.
they were undercover, and
I didn't understand. Maybe I'm stupid, but I was like, what happened? I don't understand. He was just
what
trying to be a
was
nice guy.
yeah, he's just trying to step in and help, but like these officers obviously weren't good guys,
Why didn't they
and
just pull? Yeah, because they didn't pull their badges out immediately when
they
he
didn't.
started
Yeah,
interfering.
they
I was
should have.
confused.
Yeah,
Yeah, like what? How are you a police officer? You were just beating somebody up. You weren't just
exactly.
arresting
Yeah.
them. You were like hassling them and beating them up.
But the thing was, is that like he was a informant, and that's what
Don't informants make deals to willingly cooperate?
exactly, and that's the thing. It's like these police officers were not good police officers. They were beating up on him and over something. And then yeah, Hector steps in. The one officer that we see a lot of, yeah, he doesn't pull his badge out or anything. He just tells him to go away, basically. And then Hector steps in and fights him, and the one guy falls off the
I
platform.
wasn't wearing my suit. I didn't have my talisman.
Oh, it cracks me up when Matt says he didn't have his mystical medallion or something
Yeah.
like that. I was like, wow, that's kind of funny for like this street level show.
That
Like,
sounds like something out of She-Hulk.
yeah, but I mean, I think of Doctor Strange when they say the word mystical. It's just like it doesn't fit with like the tone of Daredevil, the street level grittiness or whatever.
At least nobody's bursting through the walls in this courtroom. How are
Yeah.
you gonna say that it's the same universe when what city is She-Hulk in?
I think it's over. I think it's
Can't
in
be too far.
I think it's in California.
What was he doing there?
They might have actually said in that episode why he was over there. I've only watched it once.
Okay,
so
well, how in the heck is this in universe? Obviously, we've had other courtroom scenes in universe.
yeah.
But like, how are all these courtrooms in the same universe? Why are her rules so different that people can literally bust through the walls like the Kool-Aid Man?
She-Hulk is not canon in my opinion. Okay.
Daredevil crossed into it.
I know, and that sucks. But
But you said it was relevant to the character, like that's canon. Yeah, that's good
it's not
regular
like
behavior.
relevant to this story. But yeah, it's regular behavior for him.
What a nasty man. Don't shrug like you like it.
No, it's just his character. I mean, like,
Yeah, he's just a sleazy guy.
I wouldn't call him sleazy.
It's because he's blind. He can't help it. He just hears all their little hearts.
Their little hearts. Here's all their little hearts
around,
beating.
making hearts beat. What were we talking about here?
We're talking about the Hector and
he didn't have
that.
his talisman. But Your Honor, he only faked his death so that he could be divorced or whatever that was in She-Hulk. Like the silliness. Oh my goodness.
Enough with She-Hulk. It's terrible anyway.
But it's a Disney Plus courtroom show. Just like this.
It is not just like this. It's ridiculous,
You
is what it
yourself
is.
have complained about the CGI in this once already. It's a Disney Plus show with CG complaints that also has
CG complaints are across the board right now with Marvel. Okay, it's not everything. It's not just those two projects.
Okay, I'm just giving you a hard time. Keep going here.
All right. Okay. So Fisk is now going. He goes over like his meet and greets for the day that he doesn't really want to do.
Can't these wait?
Yeah. And then his advisors or whatever kind of like mention that, hey, Vanessa not standing with you, being with you is kind of a bad look for your voters or whatever.
Why does that matter though? He's already elected.
I mean, well, I guess
Can you run for mayor infinitely?
I think well, yeah, you can run for mayor quite a few times, I think, but it's also like I mean, it matters what the people think about you, I guess, like what's your image gonna be like? And will that help you get stuff done? Uh, so Matt is then at the police station, and he overhears the police beating up Hector.
He hears his little heart.
Here's his heart. It's not a spider heart. It's a tiger heart. So Matt goes in there and says he'll be his lawyer.
He, literally has a compulsion. He absolutely no control over himself. Just busts in there. And he's like, by the way, I'm this guy's lawyer. Get out.
Yeah.
He didn't even think about it.
No. And that tracks. I mean, he just wants to help him out.
Stop hurting that guy. I volunteered to be his lawyer. I'm blind. Leave.
He even says that he'll help him for free.
Wow, what a nice guy.
And then we get one part that you mentioned quite a bit. Fisk in the hole. Fisk in his hole that is on the bridge.
Oh. Yeah, when they go up through traffic, why have we stopped?
Yes. He's about to get stuff done.
What's going on up there?
Let me out.
Yeah, the driver's like, why did you let him out? You think she can stop him? Wilson Fisk is getting the potholes filled.
Yep.
That's real work.
Why is this hole here? We don't have the permits and everything. Like, consider it approved. Fill that hole.
Does he have the ability to do that?
I'd assume so. I mean, he's the mayor. I mean, I guess he can approve all kinds of things. So I'm gonna say yes.
I just don't know logistically. Can he determine safety to approve permits?
I don't know. I'm sure it has to go through channels, kind of
like an engineer or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a bridge on an overpass that has a pothole. Do we need to make sure that we can just slap some more tar on the top and it will be fine for all these cars? Or
Hey,
how...
Fisk has to look good right now. Okay? He's got to be out there standing. I am getting things done.
Yeah, he turns around to a streamer or whatever. He's like, yes.
I wish it was Clev.
Folks, I'm doing it. Yes.
Mayor Fisk.
Yes. People
F
yeah.
Yeah. Some
They like
people,
it.
some people are real excited. uh, okay, and then we go back to Matt, and he's back at the firm, and he's arguing with Kirsten and Sharon Cherry about representing Hector. But he convinces them to stay on with it. Um, and then he meets with. Oh well, they go. This is where court kind of starts to happen.
Boo.
They have a little hearing or whatever you call it, and the judge immediately denies bail.
Well, he's a cop killer,
Yeah,
quote unquote.
cop killer, so immediately denied bail. And then we have BB Urich, who interviews Fisk. Kind of bringing up that the police are not going to back him. And then she asks about Vanessa, which is a mistake.
Don't talk about Vanessa.
Leave now. So then Fisk tries to deal with the police situation, getting them to kind of back him by showing up to funeral for the police officer that died to talk to the commissioner. And this commissioner says that he is committed to taking Fisk down. And I'm like, way to go, buddy. You're bringing up the one thing that I want brought up. He's a criminal, and everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is he mayor? So, way to go, commissioner, for doing that. But it doesn't. I mean, later on, it doesn't matter too much, but I like it here. Then we have Kirsten and Cherry talk to Hector's wife, and Cherry kind of goes off to what was he doing? He had some excuse for going and walking around the house, and finds the white tiger suit.
Wasn't wearing my suit. I didn't have my talisman.
I didn't have my mystical powers. Matt has yet another date with Heather. And Cherry calls Matt and tells him about the white tiger suit, and then Matt goes and kind of confronts Hector about it because it's good information that he needs to know about the case, kind of like the information about Hector.
I'm with Hector on this one though. It's not really relevant.
It's if the information got out.
How would it get out?
If it got out somehow, then it would definitely be relevant. But
Matt should have revealed himself to be Daredevil.
I'm Daredevil.
Hi, my name is Matthew Murdoch. I am Daredevil. This is my client. Whatever his name is, White Tiger. We're superheroes.
And we're both superheroes. So yeah, then the commissioner goes to Fisk and tries to resign. And I think it was really like the commissioner and like a bunch of police were to resign with him, I think.
Yeah.
Was the like deal, kind of like you're gonna lose all your police force kind of thing, like we're not backing you.
And he's like, I got this nasty sandwich.
Yeah. He pretends it's good. But yeah, then he kind of does a little bit of a threatening by lifting up his wrapper, and there's a picture of the commissioner's son, and so the commissioner's like, okay, I will keep working. I'm on board now.
Like, he didn't think he would do that.
I know, like, I don't know what he thought. Maybe like now that he's married, he's got to play it more careful or something. But I don't know. He was taking a stab at standing up to him. Then we have, so with the White Tiger information, Matt convinces the judge to exclude any White Tiger talk from the trial. Um, and then we have Matt track down the witness that was on the platform, the guy that was getting beat up.
Yeah.
Nicky Torres.
Who ran away.
Yeah, who ran away. And while he's doing that, he gets a call from Heather. She rain checks on another date, for therapy with Fisk and Vanessa, which was a nice little twist there. I liked.
My first thought was, great. Now this lady's gonna end up in danger.
Oh yeah, she definitely. Yeah. And then yeah, I mean they just talk about, Fisk did not contact Vanessa while he was away.
For a year or something, which is crazy because he's like obsessed with her.
I know, but I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of time skipped, and we don't get enough to fill it out. And hopefully throughout the season we get more information, but not much so far. So then Matt finds this witness and is trying to get him to come with him, and he hears the police coming up to
the police are coming to beat you up.
Come get you. So he helps him escape, tells him to get out and where to go, kind of, and then the police come in, and Matt's just standing there. And then
he's like, I'm blind, I didn't see where he went.
Yeah. Then they start beating him up. They put a gun to his head. They're gonna kill him. And then Matt lets loose and takes him out. I think this is where we see the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first tattoo, Punisher tattoo, for the police. This is
I'm confused about that, but
I think they're trying to play the some kind of something with real world, like how police have Punisher stuff.
It's like a supremacy thing.
I don't know, supremacy, but
it's got a negative connotation.
Yeah, it's like a negative connotation, and yeah, it's like
I thought they got rid of that logo too, because of that.
They did, yeah.
So why does he still have it?
I mean, in the shows in MCU, he still has it. In the comics, they made a new Punisher or same Punisher, I don't know, that has a new logo, but police have the Punisher skull, but with a blue line, where the teeth of the skull kind of are, or the lines. Yeah, it looks dumb. Yeah, the new logo. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I mean, yeah. So yeah, no, we got Matt fighting back, and that's the end of episode 2, and then we move on to episode 3, the hollow of his hand, and this is the more court focused episode. So it opens with Matt visiting Hector in jail, and Hector just talks about frogs. Um,
Uh, not just any frog.
some special frogs. And then that kind of felt a little weird to me, just because it was like, or it was just so short. It was like this little thing about frogs, and then you get the intro. But then we have a truck rolling up to the docks, and it's like two gangs basically. One gang in the truck and another gang kind of like stopping them, and the one guy tells them to give them the keys to the truck and their wallets, and one guy refuses and he kills both of them. Yeah. uh, and then we have Fisk eating breakfast with Vanessa. How sweet.
Oh, well, yeah, you gotta dine.
He's
not eating. He's dining.
He's dining with his omelet, his signature omelet. It doesn't look as good in this show as the original show. Like his omelets looked pretty good in the Netflix show. These ones look a little bland.
They didn't get the same. They didn't get the same food person.
You got to get the same food person.
You can tell that the chef was
You got to
different.
keep consistency. Yeah.
That's like changing a costume designer.
Right. Yeah. That's like changing. That's like recasting. That's like
you recasted Fisk's omelet.
Yeah. Yeah. You recasted an omelet. Oh. So yeah, Vanessa is kind of seems upset that she can't do criminal activities. I
could do some illegal stuff.
Just a little bit, please. Can I do something illegal? But yeah, and then Fisk asks his assistant to have the commissioner clean up the docks.
I think Vanessa is gonna get jealous of this assistant.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just because she's a lady.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Fisk's always got an assistant.
Is it always a lady?
Like, I was thinking about the guy, but
no, that lady.
Yeah, I know.
Up his butt.
The lady. Yeah, the lady is quite prominent. Yeah.
You don't want to say up his butt, but quite prominent is how you would put it.
Yeah. Then Matt, I believe they're at the courthouse. Matt bumps into the officer that he beat up, and I thought that was funny because he acted like he was blind when like he couldn't see or whatever with that for a little bit, and then
sure.
Yeah. But the police officer obviously knew that Matt was very capable. So with the court stuff, the officer, I don't have his name. I wish I did here. Officer takes the stand first, and Matt brings up the informant, Nikki Torres. And Matt hears like the cops saying that we don't want him to testify, kind of thing. Like, don't let him talk. Chariot is meanwhile has Nikki at a safe house. And gets him in a van and starts taking him to the courthouse to be the witness. And then we have this guy, the officer that was on the stand, I believe, in the break, is the one that's out there chasing down this van that he thinks has Nikki in it. And this scene, I'm glad they went the way they did what they did with it and just got him quickly to the courthouse, because this is also a little repetitive, because there was like a much longer like race to the courthouse kind of thing like this
Yeah.
in the Netflix show, which was, it was cool, but like once they started doing this and they had like police going after him, I was like, it's kind of being repetitive with it. Like, you've done this, you know, I've already seen this. But yeah, they get him to the courthouse. Then Nikki takes a stand and, for some reason, denies um, passing info to police, and denies even being there on the platform that night. So it's useless.
He
He's
changed his
useless.
mind.
Yeah, I guess he just got scared with all the police there. But yeah, all that work, getting him out and then keeping him safe and then getting him to the courthouse, and then he just falls through. Like, that sucks. Then we have Vanessa sends. This is the assistant I was thinking of, so it's really Vanessa's assistant. Vanessa sends this guy to go talk to the two gangs that had the altercation at the beginning of the episode, and one has to pay the other one like $1.5 million or something. But that's all we get from that, really. But Vanessa and Fisk are talking, and Fisk, this is their therapy. Before Heather comes in, they're talking about this stuff and how Vanessa sent someone, and Fisk says that he wants it to descend into chaos. So he wants her to back off and like just let things go crazy, which is kind of conflicting to me of what he did earlier, like trying to have the commissioner go clean things up.
He wants the police to do it.
I guess it's like, he's definitely got to have like some kind of underlining plan going here, because I think that there's a connection between like him wanting to be in control of what the police do, and probably connected to the Punisher side of things as well. The police Punisher group link, and then the Punisher himself. Probably all three, like all of that is somehow going to play into whatever Fisk is thinking. But we'll just have to see with the next episodes. Then we have Hector. He takes the stand, and this is when Matt reveals that he's the White Tiger, because he has nothing to help him. And the judge is upset, but he can't really do anything about it, because like the whole jury is there, and then like they can't throw out the case and stuff like that. So they just have to kind of roll with it. And then Matt apologizes to Hector, and tells him that he can't be the White Tiger after this, which is good advice.
Well, it won't be a problem anyway.
Yeah. And then back in court, they get back in court, and Matt brings up multiple grateful witnesses of the White Tiger, people that he has saved, makes him look good. Uh, and then they have Hector take the stand, and he says it was the right thing to do multiple times. What a line!
It was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing to do. Uh, and then the opposing side gets to go up and give their spiel.
It
and
was the wrong thing to do.
And it is the wrong thing to do. Basically, I mean, it's like the police are the ones that put their lives on the line, and they don't even wear a mask. Kind of thing. Like, um, but then we get the verdict, and the jury finds Hector not guilty. Which, yay! And then we get the end of the episode, which kind of screws it. But before that, Fisk asks to meet with BB again, and then we get a little thing of Matt and Heather at his apartment, and they're celebrating the kind of the win, but also the bottle that he brings out, brings up Foggy, and so they kind of cheers to him. And then while Fisk's talking to BB about Hector and how he should have been punished instead of being set free from that, as he's a vigilante, and Fisk is on a warpath for vigilantes.
Which is super suspicious
Yeah.
as a bad guy.
Yeah, as a criminal. Yeah. Who's fought. I saw a meme. It was like where Fisk says it's like, I was attacked by a vigilante.
Yeah.
And it's and it's Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I mean, even Maya.
Yeah, but she was like more of like in the gang at that point.
Yeah, but like she attacked him.
Yeah.
And look at how minimal the damage was.
But yeah, and then we get the end of the episode where it's kind of overlaying with this interview with Fisk and BB, and how he's saying, he should have been punished. And then we have White Tiger out there on the streets. He hears someone to go help. He starts going down, and then boom, just gets shot in the head, and then the guy that shot him starts walking towards the camera, and it's on his chest. He's got the Punisher logo. So this very well could be the actual Punisher, but they didn't show his face, so who knows? Really, I mean, I'm not like 100% convinced that it's actually Frank Castle, but we'll see with the next episode. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. What did you think of the first 3 episodes?
Courtroom. Boring. Fighting. Better. Overall, I don't know. Not super my thing. Hopefully it gets better for me, but I'm scared there's gonna be more courtroom stuff. I hope he doesn't pick up any more cases.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's kind of like the most of the courtroom stuff.
Focus on Fisk. That's more interesting.
Yeah, especially because of Kevin Feige being like upset about him not being in suit and stuff. Like, I feel like he's got to get back in suit here soon and like do something. But I I enjoyed the pacing more than the original show. Um, with these first 3 episodes, is that, like, they're a little bit shorter episodes, but like everything's moving at a good pace, I think, and not having those super long dialogue things. I even enjoyed the courtroom episode, this last episode 3 here. Um, I actually really enjoyed it because it was moving along at a good pace. Like, it wasn't a bunch of like long court talk, kind of like the verbiage, just listening to all of that. It was like people actually making good points, like actually interesting things happening, like kind of twists, like Nikki not like falling through after all that work, kind of, and like I thought it was interesting. What, White Tiger? Just Matt revealing that he's White Tiger. Like, it was an interesting courtroom episode to me. Um, the the like space between, like, after the Foggy death to the courtroom was probably like the least interesting part to me. Um, but the fight with the police and Matt was pretty cool. I liked that. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what comes next. Um, you got anything else?
When I was a boy.
On that note, thanks for listening to our episode. Our next episode will be Daredevil Born Again, episodes, what, 4 through 6, and be sure to vote in our poll on Instagram at Two Ghost Review or Blue Ghost Review, um, and leave a comment anywhere that we have content, and we will see you guys next time.